Toastmaster. The power. Here I am for my first time as general evaluator. And I shall use it to the maximum amount. First, I'm going to hammer the Sergeant at Arms. What a joker. The signs were out a little late. The voting sheets, obviously, we've run out and we don't have replacements. A trophy is missing, although it wasn't his fault. Fix it. All right, Sergeant at Arms. The word of the day, talk about some functionaries. What a great word of the day. This is perfect for the theme. And one of the challenging things about word of the day is picking a word that we don't use enough so that we benefit from the vocabulary exercise, but is familiar enough to be used. We're not trying to fit xenophobia into everything we say or whatever. So good job on not being timorous in choosing the word of the day. Another functionary I'd like to point out is the awe counter. Masami, you have done a great job today. That doesn't count, by the way. I just want to point out the way that Masami just barely touches the bell. So it's enough that the speaker hears it and knows they messed up, but it's not enough to derail them or to distract the audience. And that is just the best way to do it. Great job, Masami. One little point for the timer, which you did a great job. I would, to help the T-mod, you see some additional times besides the speeches on the back of that thing for some of the functionaries that tend to go long, like the grammarian and the awe counter. That's a nice way, if you keep track of that, then you can like flash it at them and be like, hey, sit down, so the meeting won't go long, which by the way,
I've been on holiday.
Great job. I'm going to go over it, but you did a great job.
Can you time the functionaries?
And the general evaluator is not supposed to talk about the personal speeches or the prepared speeches, but since no one evaluates me, I can do whatever I want. And I'm just going to say that the level of speeches that we've been having lately is incredible. I used to come to this club primarily to get practice in public speaking, but now I come primarily just to listen to everyone else speak. I mean, it is great. And what a great icebreaker. Great job on that. And I don't want people to be intimidated who are afraid to get up and do their first or second speech or something like that, because they see people give speeches like Max and Dave have done on their first speeches. There's different levels that people come in at, and by the time you finish here, you're going to be a great speaker. But I will point to you to what makes a speech that great is how personal it is. Something that you talk about, something you really believe in, or something really important to you. It doesn't matter if you are umming and ahhing or shuffling with your notes. If it's that important to you, you're going to connect with people. So try to focus on that when you're writing your speeches, if you can, if you feel comfortable with that. Yeah. So let's see. One problem, Rosetta, which your speech, by the way, was beautiful, very poetic. You did, though, leave the lectern when you said, Madam Toastmaster, beautiful words that I can't come close to. There. And you were like, and she stood up and intercepted with a hug over here. We don't need the lectern, of course. So, but great speech. As to the evaluators, was my general purpose, and I already have a yellow badge. Ellie, good job, as always. You're getting better and better. It's hard to evaluate an icebreaker when it's great, because the icebreaker text doesn't really give you a lot to evaluate on. So it's hard to come up with really good critiques. So I would recommend to people when they do an evaluation of an icebreaker that's good, look ahead in the book. Find some stuff that they can work on and look forward to in their forward speeches, so you can have some real meat to it. But the primary purpose of an evaluation for an icebreaker is to boost the spirits, motivate them for their forward speeches, and you did a great job doing that. Joyce, excellent recommendations. That's the kind of recommendation I like to receive, or kind of evaluation I like to receive when I speak, because it really gives you something to work on next time. And that was a great job, which is the primary point of evaluations. The one thing you did have, though, the same thing I do, is I kind of run out of time when I'm evaluating like right now, and you you make your sandwich and you have it all in your head and you give all the good stuff, and then you give the meat, the corrections or critiques, and then you've run out of time, and so you just throw a little saltine cracker on the bottom. And all the meat falls out at the end. So you gotta have that, oh yeah, it's this, oh, and great job. So we gotta plan these out a little bit better. But your recommendations were so great that's excellent. Gives him a lot to work with. John, what I want you to focus on is how great a job you did speaking up here. I mean, that was like, I've seen you, and you've been steadily improving and speaking, but you're still nervous, visibly nervous sometimes when you come up to do your prepared speech. You weren't nervous at all when you came up here. You came up here, you were comfortable, you were speaking in a great and excellent way, and you gave a great evaluation as well, but not quite as good as Joyce's, so I'm going to give the evaluation award to Joyce.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator.